I've been making daily movies every day for the past month. And honestly, I didn't think I'd get this far. And I'd like to think that I've learned a lot in this whole process on movie making and things like that. But actually this might be easier. Before I inevitably get asked, this video is not sponsored by Canon or any other organization. I have too many boxes. Over the past month, I've made 31 videos at a max length of 5 minutes, averaging at 3.5. That is, at a minimum, 108.5 minutes. That's 1.8 hours. Over the course of the past month, I have shot, edited, and uploaded enough footage to shoot one full feature film. So I feel like after a month of doing this, I have some minuscule amount of credibility to talk about what makes this whole thing work. There's a delicate balance that goes into making a movie every single day. So I'm gonna show you in graph form. On the x-axis, we're gonna put quality. And on the y-axis, we're gonna put time. The more time something takes, the higher quality it's gonna be. If you're getting something out every single day, then it's much more likely you're gonna spend less time on it, so your quality is gonna be here. My goal for this vlog, my output looks more like this graph, where I can spend, no wait, that's wrong, not that one. Looks more like this graph. What that usually ends up looking like is it usually ends up somewhere around here, in a healthy middle. Now I've also created a couple rules for myself in how I create and how I edit. Here's my 3 rules for good daily vlogs. Number 1 is shoot everything. Everything throughout the day as much as possible, because you never know what your storyline for the vlog is gonna be. And that is my number 2. Have a story. I'm gonna talk about this one a little bit more in a second, because this is the one that makes everything important. And then number 3, use gear you know like the back of your hand. If I don't have to think about how I'm shooting something, then I'm much more likely to get an interesting and engaging piece of footage that I can then use in the final edit. A good movie is broken up into 3 acts. The setup, the confrontation, or climax, and the resolution. This creates this weird, funky little graph, and this is your story. And then that creates this nice little median that we then call a good story. When I'm editing the vlog, this is what I have in mind. What is my setup? That could be as simple as today I'm going to. Then the confrontation could be, how do I get there? Or something went wrong. And then the resolution is the finalization of the setup and the confrontation / climax. But obviously, to create all of this, you need to have video and audio, a thing to do, and you need people, music, and storage, and editing. But all of this stuff, all that stuff does is it services this final point, and that is the story. None of this matters, none of it is important without the story. If it's not interesting, if it's not engaging, if it doesn't pull you in, then there's no point in having anything look pretty or sound pretty or be pretty. That's the general thought process behind the vlog. I could have the world's best camera and the best musician helping me to create the most aesthetically pleasing movie that I've ever made, but it would be nothing without the content, without the story. And that 3-act story is what differentiates it from other things. That sponsor at the start doesn't make sense now, because I was gonna make this movie about a camera that I got, but the camera hasn't arrived yet, so I'm gonna leave it in because it's funny, but since I've said something about it anyway, this is the camera that I shoot on. It's a Canon 80D on a Joby tripod. It is not the prettiest camera, nor is it the most expensive camera, but it is the camera that I know best, and that is what makes it the most usable for me. Anyway, that's my first month done. That's 31 movies finished. I feel more creative, I feel more excited, and I feel more stoked about filmmaking than I ever have in my life, and that's all thanks to this. So I think I'm past the point of no return, and I can't stop making these now. So see you tomorrow, which is my birthday. Bye.